President Trump has also promised to deport people who are here in our country illegally. And there are a lot of questions about how that would happen, including if local law enforcement agencies may be involved. So joining us now is a newly elected head of one of the largest law enforcement agencies in the country, certainly here in our state, Sheriff Jerry Sheridan. Sheriff, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Maricopa County Sheriff. All right, so have you heard anything to this point about any involvement your agency may have in any sort of deportation?
No, I haven't heard anything. And matter of fact, I met with about 9 sheriffs on Friday, and they haven't heard anything as of then.
So what did you all talk about when you got together?
We talked about helping each other out. That's what sheriffs do, and we have mutual aid. So if the border counties, Maricopa County is not a border county, as you know, but if the border county sheriffs need some help, we'll be all in.
So what do you see as something that would be workable to even do this? So there's been a lot of questions about how could this even happen? Are you going door to door, knocking on doors? How would you see these deportations happen?
Really, the way I envision it now, and again, I don't have any information from the federal government, but what they were really looking for from the sheriffs, at least at the first step, is some jail space from people that they detain, the federal government detains and brings them, and they need a place to keep them. That's what I would envision all the sheriffs, because we keep the jails.
Right, and that's a big part of your office, right? You have many detention officers and you run all the jails here. So would you have to clear out areas in your jails then to house these people, or do you have the room already?
No, we have the adequate bed space.
Okay.
We have about 3,000 open beds right now.
And what would you see as the biggest impact from your law enforcement background if the border has been shut off? We talked about drugs coming across the border, things like that. Are you still seeing a big impact of that?
Yes, drugs are, and fentanyl in particular, is a scourge in this country. Matter of fact, we had an inmate die yesterday of a fentanyl overdose. It looks like fentanyl. We believe it's fentanyl.
Right.
And so it even gets into our jail system. And so if it gets into our jail system, you know it's in our neighborhoods. And it's so cheap because so much of it's coming across the border. As you know, supply and demand. You know, demand's there and the supply's there, and it's a very cheap form of a synthetic heroin. It's really what fentanyl is.
And you're a Republican. You were saying that, you are for immigration in a legal way. How would you like to see this work out?
I would like to see the Congress enact new immigration legislation that allows people that want to come to this country to work an easy way to get that visa to come here to work, and not just have an open border where not only are people streaming across, but the drugs, the marijuana, the
fentanyl, as you're talking about.
Fentanyl is coming across.
Human smuggling.
Human smuggling, child sex trafficking.
Right.
You know, there's a statistic out there that there's 300,000 children that have come across the border that nobody could find now. And that's what we're talking about.
3 weeks on the job so far, how's it going?
3 weeks, I'm loving it. I've never been happier in my life.
All right. Sheriff, we'll continue to cover your activities there with the Sheriff's Department. I appreciate you coming on today.
Thanks, Troy.
All right. Tram?